Hi, this is Antonia. She has been acting as my interpreter for my time here at OPU and the refugees, and she speaks Russian, Ukrainian, and English. And she had a very interesting story to tell me about her town, which is right next to Crimea, and her journey from her town to get here to Prague. So, Antonia, would you like to tell us your story?
Yeah, actually I live in a village, which is, I live in a region that has borders with Crimea. And that's why, like, for some reason, my region was occupied from the first day. And from the first day we couldn't leave because there's two bridges that you have to cross to leave the region, and these bridges were taken by Russian soldiers, and there were fights and stuff like that, so we couldn't leave. And we were staying in my village for 50 days exactly, and yeah, it was really tough. It was really hard because at first we were only hearing some explosions, some rockets were flying above our heads, stuff like that. But then I would say at the end of the March, Russian soldiers, they came to our village, and they started to make their rules there. They came to people's house, they came to our house, saying that they're looking for some bad people. Yeah, and they were trying to give us some things like food and medication, like that they took to a region from Russia, but people that weren't that weren't agree to that, they were really they were talking bad to them. Yeah, and some bad stuff happened to some people who were saying things about the soldiers, and yeah. So at some point, when they came to our village, it became really even more stressful, even more hard. So we decided to try to leave. At that time, there was a road. It's actually not the main road. It's by the fields and stuff like that. And at some point, actually, on my birthday, when I was 20 years old, we decided to go, and me and my family, my mother, my sister, my grandfather, and my father, and also my friend who wanted to leave too, but she just couldn't. So we took her with us. So we left, and it was also a really dangerous road because there were a lot of Russian checkpoints, around 8 or 6, something like that. And each of these checkpoints, they were checking our documents. Sometimes they were checking our phones, to see if there's anything about Ukraine. If they see something like that, then they get mad. Yeah, so it was really hard, and one of them was yelling at my father, actually, because he drove in some wrong way. Yeah, so it was pretty hard, and at some point we were not certain about whether we should go or not, because we didn't know the road, and we can't use Google Maps or something, because if the soldiers could see this, it could be a trouble. So yeah, you're really worried about that. But we ended up being the first car in the line. Yeah, we found the road, and yeah, at some point when it was almost the end of occupied territory. There was a big line of cars, and we were standing there for 4 hours, and while we were standing there, there was something shooting next to us that was really loud, like the car was trembling, and it was really scary. There was also some gunshots. I don't know what they were doing, but yeah, we heard that. And there's children in almost every car. Yeah, and so yeah, that was really hard road. And when we got out of like this occupied territory, we were really happy to see Ukrainian soldiers. We had really a lot of emotions. Yeah, but it also was hard to see all of these roads that I used to drive to study, to drive to the city. They all look really terrible because they all like destroyed. There's destroyed cars, destroyed military cars like tanks and stuff like that, and also just usual cars. And I remember one car really clearly. It was a little blue car that was smashed like the paper. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that. And even in Ukrainian controlled villages after that territory, there's a lot of buildings that some of them destroyed, some of them are just damaged, and yeah, so that's how the road was. And then do you want me to tell like how I got here? Yeah. And then we had to stay for a night in one of the nearest cities because the road took us like really a lot of time and we couldn't go at night. We stayed at my father's friend's place, and then in the morning we were going to another city again, which is like 7-hour ride from that city to our relatives, and we were staying. I was staying at our relative's house for 2 days, I think, and then me and my friend we got to Lviv, which is another Ukrainian city, and from there we got to Poland to cross the border with like European Union, and then from Poland I got directly to Prague by the train where my friend met me. Yeah, and here I am right now.
Hi, my name is Olena Lebabina. I'm from Ukraine. My city is Kiev.
Antonia is going to help me with a short interview. And so how long was it after the war started before you and your mother and your sister and your nephew decided to leave? And tell me the process of getting from there to here in Prague.
When war is started, I sleep in my bed and I wake up at того, что because of my phone and разрывался от сообщений.
There were a lot of messages.
Yes, and under window, за окном, I hear bum, 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 and I don't know what is that. I look in my phone and read SMS for my friend Alena. When you wake up, please write me. And I ask what is going on. And she write war is started. And I don't want верить, to believe it. Yes. I сразу начала звонить.
I started to call.
Started to call my mom and dad. And my mom forgot phone. Yes. And I called for all his friends, с кем он работает,
Co-workers.
who works, and she потом перезвонила.
Then she called back.
And then she called back and go home. After that, I go to bedroom my sister and разбудил ее, wake her and say war is started. She don't believe that too, but wake up and понемногу начали собираться. Тревожный чемоданчик.
Started to get ready to go to leave home.
Yes, but 8 days we оставались там. Stayed there. And all night we sleep together в коридоре.
In the hallway.
Yes.
You stayed in the house. You didn't
Yes.
go to the subway or anywhere.
No, because subway is very far
Yeah.
of us, and go вот это вот слово в подвал.
To the basement.
To the basement. We didn't wanna be dying here because us building not приспособлен к войне.
Not strong enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
That because we stay in house. 4 or 5. Нет, 4 или 5 марта. 4th or 5th March. After Russian soldiers напали на Энергодар.
Came to
Energodar. We приняли решение. Decided to live in Kiev to Prague, because we have in Prague cousins.
Cousins? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she lived this 6 years old. Yes.
Mhm.
That because we here now. Дорога была очень сложная.
The road was really hard.
Yes, because very, very, very many people after Energodar решили тоже уехать.
Started to
leave to Ukraine and the borders Были переполнены.
There were too much of people on the borders.
Yeah.
Yes. And we stay 24 hours. Нет, 20 hours на улице on
On the street,
the street
outside.
when когда было очень холодно и очень все
And it
уставшие.
was really cold and they were really tired.
Yes.
Was this at the Polish border?
Yes.
Okay.
Polish border.
Yeah.
And when we уже были в Польше,
When they were in Poland,
we пытались найти,
was trying to find
car or bus who go in Prague, and someone perfect, не perfect, а удивительный, прекрасный, perfect,
amazing.
amazing man согласился нас подвести.
Agreed to help.
Agreed to help us. Yes.
And did he drive you to Prague?
Yes.
Or he drove you all the way to Prague?
No, he подвез нас в другой город.
He drove them to
Another city.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then my cousin приехала go car and забрала нас.
Okay. There were 4 of you, including the baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you took the train from Kiev to the Polish border?
Ти виїхав на поїзді з Києва до Львова.
No, bus.
Bus. Okay. 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 Is your house still there? Is it still standing?
Ваш дом в порядку?
Yes, I hope. Так и будет продолжаться.
I hope it will continue like this. You will be
Yes.
okay.
Okay. But it is like that. It is there now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were many of the other homes around yours destroyed? Were
Чи знаєш ти дома рядом, чи були вони розрушені? Десь рядом з вами?
Рядом с нами нет, но я видела, что происходит в Киеве.
The houses like near them, near their house,
Yeah.
are all right. There isn't like damaged houses.
so most of the houses around them are still okay.
Yeah, around them, yeah.
Okay. And I think you told me before that your mother has returned and is going back to be with your father.
Yes.
Right.
And
You and your sister and the baby are staying here because
yes.
you're not sure that it's safe enough.
Yes. That. It's true.
And so, what do you think you'd like to do now?
I think. I don't know. I want to believe, что все будет хорошо.
Everything will be okay.
And some days I hear смогу вернуться. Can go back to Kiev, Ukraine, but now I think I want to go to USA or Great Britain and started yeah, не started. Start to live in another country. Yes.
You told me that before that you had that you had just started as an actress and that you were in a series of plays
Yes.
in Kiev.
Yes. Yes.
And do you want to try and continue to do that?
Yes, but my English not very good, and I scare about that. And now I learn English, try learn English, and I hope that это получится.
Yeah, that she will succeed.
Yes.
We're having an English practice session, and we're talking about how the decision to make to leave Kiev and how she got to Prague. So if you would introduce yourself, I forgot to ask you to do that. Your name?
I'm Victoria.
I'm sorry?
I'm Victoria, and I live in Kiev after war start, and I drive in Prague after 1 week
For 1 week.
when start war.
And where did you go from Kiev to?
I go to Lviv, it's Ukrainian city, and after to Poland, and after to Prague.
Was it trains all the way, or how did you
Yeah,
get there?
I drive trains.
Okay. So you made it here first. So you got things ready. So when your friend Antonia came, it was easier for her because she had you, who has been here for a while.
Ти приїхала сюди, і ти була вже привикша, тому мені було проще. Ти попросила, щоб я тут була.
Yeah. When you left, was there already fighting near your town, near where you lived? You know, were the bombs going off near where you lived? Were there Russian troops near where you lived, or? I mean, yeah.
Чи були бої, бомбежки, і солдати там близько додому пішли?
I think it's not around me, but it's like exactly дальше.
A little bit more far from her house, but not like around her house.
Right.
Скажи, як ти спала?
Yeah, in first day war I sleep in metro, and after every night I sleep in place like this. Як називається? Basement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I sleep in basement.
Yeah.
Every night because in day it's okay, but night it's so dangerous and we need to go out.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Yeah. We've had some English lessons this week. We're going to keep them up too. So the rest of your family is where?
My family now in Ukraine.
In Ukraine.
Yeah, my mother and my dad, my grandma, is in Ukraine now.
So you're the only family member here.
Brother.
She has a brother.
Yeah, but my brother here.
Oh, your brother's here.
Yeah, He lives here with your family. With his family.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand it. He lives,
With his family. Him family.
His
Family.
He has a family.
oh, your brother
He-
is
Yeah.
married and has a family here.
Yeah.
Are they here in this building?
Yeah, but he's living Kiev too. But after war, he is leave Kiev. And now he is working and live in
He
Prague.
left a little bit earlier than Victoria.
Oh. Okay. And is he working here now? Does he have a job?
He's have work.
Good,
Yeah.
good. And you're working.
I'm working too.
And the two of you feel strong enough that you can rent your own apartment, get jobs, and pay to live here for the next little while.
Мы чувствуем себя достаточно уверенно, чтобы снять квартиру и взяться на работу.
Yeah, I think it's true.
That's
I
great.
live in Prague 3 months, and I think I already.
That's great.